is Sandy and I work at the Wallaceburg Library branch in Chatham-Kent, and today I'm going to tell you a little rhyme about color surprises. I took a blob of red paint, and then I took a blob of yellow. I squished and squished and squished them around as far away as they would go. My red and yellow began to change, and much to my surprise, I saw those colors turn to orange right before my eyes. Can you guess what it was? I'm going to rinse out my brush. I took a blob of red paint. Then I took a blob of blue. I took red and blue and squished and squished and squished them around as far as they would go. And much to my surprise, I saw those colors turn to purple right before my eyes. I now have purple paint. I'm going to rinse out my brush because you know what? I took a blob of yellow, and then I took a little bit of blue. I squished and squished and squished them around as far as they would go, and much to my surprise, I saw those colors turn to green. Now, I have some grass in my picture. So what is awesome about the three primary colors of paint, which are red, yellow, and blue, is that you can make any color under the rainbow. If you have a little bit of white and a little bit of black, you can darken and lighten any one of these three colors and make the whole rainbow. So just to show you, I made a sun, and I have some grass that I mixed with my paint. So now I'm going to use some red, and I'm gonna finish my house. And remember, when you're painting, the big thing to remember, wash your brush. Otherwise, I'm going to show you a trick after what happens. But I like to have lots of colors in my sun. And rinse that color out. And use your paper towel. Clean your brush off. And we can make a tree. Now, if you look at a tree, there's lots of colors in a tree, not just green. Other colors are in a tree. Sometimes those leaves have a little bit of yellow. But you know what? My tree looks like a big blob right now, doesn't it? Because what is it missing? It's missing a stem. It's not a stem, it's missing its trunk. Do you know how to get brown? Sometimes when we get really excited and we mix all our colors together, we end up with a color that kind of looks like brown. I'm going to show you. We take yellow and blue, which makes green. But what happens if I add red? I kind of got a weird, purpley, strange color. And look what happens if I mix them all together. I kind of have almost a brown color. So your colors will get muddy. So sometimes, look at that, I made brown. Wasn't that cool? And there's a little tree branch. And remember, my friends, when you're painting, to always make sure your house is not floating in the middle of your page. You want to make sure your paint goes all the way to the bottom of your page. And I'm going super fast, but that's okay. So I have yellow. I want a little more green, so I'm gonna add that blue. So there's my colors. Now my house is not floating, it's touching the ground. There's my tree and my sun. So enjoy your color surprises rhyme, have fun making pictures. Don't forget, you only need 3 colors of paint to make the rainbow. Have a great day, my friends. We'll see you soon. Hello, friends. This is Sandy, once again from the Wellsburg Library of Chatham-Kent. And I already showed you an awesome way to paint with acrylic paint. And today, I'm going to show you just a different technique to mix your colors. I'm using my watercolors from home. I have some water here. And I want to show you how colors will mix together just on a plain piece of paper. So on this one, I'm going to put a little bit of water down on my watercolor paper. We're just going to set it here like that. So I'm going to take my red paint and I'm going to get it nice and wet. And I'm going to take that blob of red paint, and it kind of looks pink, but it really is red. And you'll notice what it's doing. It's squishing around, and we're squishing it as far as it'll go. Now I'm going to take my yellow paint. And watercolor mixes differently, so it's kind of fun. So I'm going to put my yellow down. And you will notice, oh, you can't really see too well, but we're going to add some more yellow. We're going to get it nice and wet and nice and bright. And if I touch it just a little bit into my red, and I hold my paper and I let it flow, you're going to get different colors. Now it's not a true red, it looks a little more pink, but we can add some more in there and we might start getting some orange, because we know red and yellow makes orange. I'm gonna wash out my brush, and I'm going to show you if I add a little bit of that blue, which is my third primary color, into my yellow, what's going to happen? I should get a green. Now this is a fun, awesome way. Watercolors are so much fun. So I have some extra colors in my watercolor, but I'm going to show you what happens if I just set them down and they mix. They turn and they all blend together. So we have a little bit of green happening right in here with our yellow and our blue. We've got some orange happening with our red and our yellow. I threw some purple in there just for fun. But let's get some more red in there just to make it a little bit darker. And let's see what happens as they mix together. They really make some cool patterns. So this is just some watercolor paint. So friends, have some fun. You don't need anything expensive. Just use some watercolor paint. You can get those at the dollar store, and just play around and have some fun with your techniques in watercolor. So use your red, yellow, and blue, and squish them all around and see how far they can go, and hopefully you will have some awesome color surprises. We'll talk to you soon. Have a great day, friends.